Okay, so this is math for week 9, Monday, Q1, math 7. And it says label the diagram, read it please.
Label the diagram with the correct terms, use each term once.
Okay, so adjacent. What does adjacent mean? Adjacent are next to, write that down, next to angles, okay? Like for example, do you see how this is angles A, B, D? Do you see right here?
Yeah.
So adjacent are like angles A, B, D is adjacent to angles D, B, C. And it has to be in that order. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. You can't go A, D, B. It has to be A, B, D because that angle right there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, those are adjacent. They're next to each other, right? And they share a ray. And you're like, what's a ray? It's this right here. You see that?
Yeah.
With a point and an arrow. That's a ray. A ray is when you have a point and an arrow, and this ray is B, D. It has to be in that order because the arrow is where the D is and the B is the point. You see that? Okay. So that is adjacent, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Linear pairs, okay? Linear pairs. This is a linear pair. A linear pair are two angles that form a what?
That form a line.
Form a line, which is 180-degree angle, right?
Yeah.
So if I were to label this, let's call this one X, M, P, R. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So your angle here will be angle X, M, P, and angles P, M, R are what? Are linear pairs, right?
Yeah.
Another way of saying linear pair is also supplementary angles. They're the same thing, okay?
Yeah.
Complementary angles are two angles that add up to what? Do you remember? What does this little symbol mean? This purple symbol?
Right.
Right angle. So this is A, D, M, K. We could say that angles D, A, M is complementary to, what's the other angle? What's the other angle that makes it 90 degrees?
Complementary.
I know, but what's the other angle? So DAM is DAM. Do you see this angle right here?
Yeah.
What's the other angle that makes it 90 degrees?
Right angle.
Yeah, but what's the other angle? How do you label this angle right here, this yellow angle right there? With the letters.
Adjacent.
No, I need the 3 letters. How would you refer to the yellow angle? Okay, you're not getting this. Pay attention. DAM. Do you see where DAM is?
Yes.
It's this angle right here, right? It's complementary to this yellow angle. What would you label this yellow angle? You need 3 letters.
KAM.
There you go. Or
MAK.
there you go. That's complementary, right?
Okay, yeah.
Perpendicular. What does perpendicular angle means?
Perpendicular is
I want you to write these notes in your notebook, okay? Your math notebook.
I have the geometry for
I don't care. I want you to rewrite this in the math notebook. You understand?
Yeah.
Just label it week 9, Monday, Q1. Okay? Perpendicular angles are angles that are 90 degrees. Okay?
Yeah.
So for example, this is your diagram, right?
Yeah.
And let's say this right here is M C A D E. Can you give me a set of complementary or perpendicular angles?
AMC,
AMC. Yeah, that's one. What else?
AMD,
Perfect. What else?
MDE.
But the whole thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Vertical angles. Do you
Yeah.
see vertical angles is the next one?
yeah.
Vertical angles are opposite angles and they're congruent. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, let me give you an example. Angles CMA. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Is vertical angle. So CMA, so these are vertical. CMA and angles EMD. Do you see why they're vertical angles?
Yeah.
Because they're opposite. Do you see that? They share that little point in between.
Yeah.
Can you give me another set of vertical angles? Okay, I'm gonna give you the first one. AMD. What's the vertical to AMD?
DMA.
No, AMD is this one right here. The vertical has to be over here. So what's that angle?
CNE.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, now you have those vocabulary words. And so let's see if this makes sense. Angles 1 and 2 are supplementary angle and a linear pair. You forgot the pair. Pair, write that down. Angles 4 and 5 are complementary and are adjacent angles. Good, that's good. Angles 1 and 3 are vertical angles because you see how they're opposite of each other with the same angle.
Yeah.
They're congruent, not the same angle, they're congruent.
Yeah.
Okay, line W and X. W and X are perpendicular. Okay, good. Yep. Name the angle or angle pairs that satisfy two adjacent angles.
This is where she taught me oddly.
Okay, so I just taught you one way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta put an and. Or a comma in between them. So you put LTN, right? So first do LTN. That's this angle right there, right?
Yeah.
What is another angle where they're gonna share a array? Didn't we say that linear angles are next to and they also share array?
Yeah.
Like this green one right there. What shares array with this one?
NTE.
NTE. Yeah, that's good. Okay. What's another pair of linear angles?
There's more.
You could be more, yeah. I mean, I could do angle
RTS.
NTE is adjacent to what?
LTN.
LTN? Oh. Yeah, but then you're just going backwards. How about a different angle?
RTS.
No, RTS and NTE, they're not. They're not sharing array. Okay, NTE is this angle right here, right?
Yeah.
What is adjacent to that? How about this angle right here? Because don't they share array? Don't they share this ray?
Yeah.
So what is that angle right there? This green angle right here,
STE.
right? So write that down too, or angle this and this. Because you have two, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Two acute vertical angles. Acute means you're smaller than 90, right? So less than 90 degrees. And vertical angles, what is the definition of vertical angles again?
They are right.
No, go grab your notebook. I need you to copy this part down. I want you to label this so that you have adjacent angles, linear pairs, supplementary angles. Are you doing your math over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Perpendicular complementary. And lastly, vertical angles. Copy those things down that I just wrote down. So adjacent, linear pairs, supplementary angles.
Did I write the meaning later?
No, you write it right now. Complementary, perpendicular angles, vertical angles, and then draw the picture so you know what I'm doing. Or what you're doing. So what I want you to do is I want you to write them separately and make sure you understand. What number are you on? Perpendicular is 4. Okay, so I just want you to pay attention to do this later on the video, okay? So 2 acute vertical angles. So RTR or STR, this angle right here. So you know vertical. This angle is vertical. Do you see how this line crosses with this line? Do you see that?
Yeah.
And so the 2 angles you really want, this angle right here and this angle right there. Do you see the 2 yellow angles right there?
Mhm.
So angle STR and angles LTE. Do you see that? It's these 2 angles right there. Do you see that? The 2 black ones right there. Okay, those 2 are vertical. 2 supplementary adjacent angles. So for that one, supplementary is 180. Angle, you put RTLT. Okay, RLT is going from here to here. Do you see that? That's not correct. So you want to do RTL. The middle T is where the angle is, okay? So RLT is this right angle. That is going to be supplementary to this other right angle, which is angles LTE. Do you see that? And one thing you should notice is that you see how in the middle, the letter, they both share the letter T. And the reason for that is because they both share this dot. You see that? That, which is called the vertex, okay? Or another one you could use is angles LRT. You see the middle angle is R now. And angles, oh, I'm sorry, RTL. Just kidding, TL. LTR. LTR, which is angles RTS. You'll be able to do this later, okay? All right, we're going to the next one. Can you stop the microwave for me? Thank you. Okay, next one. An angle supplementary to RST, okay? RTS, just kidding. Supplementary means adds of 180 degrees, right?
Yeah.
Do you see this line right here?
Yeah.
This is your first angle. Where's your other angle? It's this angle right there. So angle RTS and angles RTL, right?
Yeah.
Erase that, okay? If TN bisects LTE, find the measurement of the remaining angle in the figure, okay?
Okay.
So this bisects makes, basically means it makes 2 equal angles. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that means this angle is equal to this angle, right?
Yeah.
If this angle is 110, do you see where that's a straight line right there?
Yeah.
That means the remaining of the straight line, this yellow straight line, this part right here, do you see that right there, the purple?
Yeah.
Is going to be 180 minus 110,
Yeah.
which is 70, right?
Yeah.
70 is this purple area, right?
Yeah.
And if this line split in half, what's half of 70?
35.
35 degrees is going to equal to angles. The first angle is LTN, which is this angle here. And that's congruent to angles NTE. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Find the measure of the missing angle. Which one? Is she talking about this one? And this one? Okay, well, she should have. Okay, let's say that this is A and this is B. I'm going to label it, right?
Yeah.
Which one's easier to find first? Do you see the straight line?
Yeah.
Straight line is a lot easier to find because you know it's 180, right?
Yeah.
So then what you can say is angle B is equal to 180 minus 146, right?
Yeah.
And you can subtract that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's angle B. Angle A. When you find angle B and you subtract it, that's gonna give you a 34. So if angle B is 34 degrees. Remember we knew that the entire triangle, like this orange triangle, is always 180 degrees. This needs to go in your notebook as well. You don't need to write it yet. Linear pair equals supplementary angles equals 180, right? That's one. Number two. All angles inside a triangle equals 180 degrees.
Yeah.
So if this is 52, this is 34, angle A is 180 minus 34 minus 52. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you figure out what that is, okay? All right, next one. So let's say this is X and this is Y. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you see how these two sides are equal?
Yeah.
If those two sides are equal, the opposite angle of those sides are equal as well. That's one of the rules. Did she ever go over that rule with you?
No.
Figures. This side right here, you see opposite angle of that side is Y.
Yeah.
What's opposite angle of green? That's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those two angles are equal. They're equal angles. Okay. So you know the entire triangle is 180 degrees, right?
Yeah.
180 degrees minus 42 is 138, correct?
Yeah.
If those two angles are equal, you just divide it by 2, which is going to give you angles X and angle Y. You see that?
Yeah.
Which is going to be 69 degrees. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next one. Let's go on to the next part. Okay. Use a protractor to find the measure of each angle, then classify each angle as a cube of 2 to the right. Well, I don't know, I think we need. Well, do you have a protractor on home? Do you have a protractor in your binder? Like, how does she expect kids to do that? If you guys don't have a protractor.
She gave us like protractors.
In class?
Yeah.
But then how are you supposed to use it if you don't have it at home? Like, I'm a math person, but I'm assuming not everybody has one at home. Can anybody finish this in class?
No.
Okay. So let me show you how this will work, okay?
Okay.
So you put this right here, right? This is 90, correct? Now come over here. Here. Put it right here in the middle. Do you see how this one's 90 right here?
Yeah.
But they both are 90, but this is 100, this is 80, right?
Yeah.
Do you see that? Obviously 100 means it's bigger than 90. So if you're gonna look for this angle, which is TAR, so T-A, where's R? TAR right here, right?
Yeah.
This measures 150 and 30. Which one do you think this angle is? Is it 150 or is it 30? It's 30. 150 is TAX. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's how you use it. Okay. So this angle is 30. So you want to put 30 on TAR. This angle right here is 30. Okay. Now I want to measure T or RAQ. Do you see put the dot right here in the middle?
Yeah.
Make sure it's RAQ. What is this one?
70.
Perfect. But that 70 is the whole thing. This entire thing. That's 70. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So then what is TAQ? What is angle TAQ? Wouldn't that be 70 minus 30?
Yeah.
Which is what?
3.
40?
Not 40. Yeah. 40.
Okay, now let's measure another one. I want to measure QAX. So TAR is 30. BAQ, so BAQ. Well, before we do that, let's figure out what RAB is. Can you measure RAB?
90.
Are you sure? It's 90? Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to use color pencils, so grab some color pencils. So that we can color it like what I'm doing right here. Okay? So RAB is gonna be 90. So RAB is 90. What is BAQ? So BAQ will just have to be 90 minus 70.
Yeah.
Make sure you use color pencils, like how I'm doing right here. TAX. So measure TAX when you're ready.
Fine.
I'm returning them.
Oh.
Actually, I already ordered the socks, so I might give the socks a question and then them.
Wait,
All right. What is your answer?
Wait,
for,
why?
What is your answer
Why?
for 1?
Hold on, why?
I'm done. TAR is 30, so that's 30.
He doesn't need any. Maddie doesn't need any either.
Okay, number 3.
We don't need them.
TAX. Hey, hold on. What's your answer for TAX?
160.
Get on already then.
160.
TAX. So the reason it's 160 is, do you see how this part right here is 30?
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not 160. TAX is gonna equal to RAX, which is the whole thing. Do you see that?
Yeah.
That's 180 minus TAR. TAR is 30. So what's 180 minus 30? No, 150. Make sure you write that part right here. Do you see how we got that answer? Let's just make sure that TAR is correct. Is TAR 30? That looks correct. It does look like it's 30. And you know how I know it's 30? Because, do you remember how you said BAR is 90 degrees?
Yeah.
Half of that, which is right here, do you see this red line? This part would have been 45 because half of 90 is 45. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So that part has to be 30. Do you see how that's how I kind of figure things out? Right? Copy that down. This is 150. So I don't know how you got 100 or whatever, 130, but it's 150. TAX equals RAX, which is a straight line, right? Minus TAR, which is 150. So you need to check that. So I'm gonna put an X on it. What's your answer for number 4? Answer for number 4.
140.
CAT. Okay, that actually might look correct. Hold on a second. Let me see. Oh, and then the calculation will have a cute obtuse or right. So if you don't do that, you're gonna get wrong. So this right here is acute, right? This is acute. This is obtuse. CAT. CAT is this part right here. Do you see that? From here to here. So okay, so if this is 40, and we determine that that's 70, is purple, right? We know that this thing right here is 90, correct? Because it's the other half of that. And if C or TAX is 100 and TAX is 150. Do we know what CAX is?
There is no CAX.
I know, but if we could figure that out, now I can subtract that from. What did you put for CAT?
CAT. 140.
How'd you get that?
I use that protractor.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay, and it looks correct?
I don't know where it went, but.
I have it right here, can you just measure it? Correct. So. Okay, so, well, we have to turn it this way, did you turn it over this way? It looks like it's about 120 Jason. Or 130, it's 130. And the reason I say it's 130 is, well, it looks like these two angles are the same, right? This has to be the bottom. You have it total like this, you see how this is the bottom right here? So from here to here, right here is about 130, do you see that?
Yeah. Wait, I thought we were using.
No, the top is small. You have it tilted this way. This needs to be lined up like this. That dot needs to be at A. Do you see that? This is how you measure the angle, like this. Do you see that?
I used the inner, so I used.
You use the inner because you know this angle is obtuse, right?
Yeah.
This angle right here is not obtuse. What is that? Acute. So it has to be this. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Just like if I were to use it like this is the line right here. Do you see the line right here?
Yeah.
This is the dot.
Yeah.
CAT. This is where it is, right?
Yeah.
Well, which one to use? Top or bottom here? I'm sorry, what?
Bottom.
Bottom? Bottom right here is 50. Why would you use 50? Use the top. Because we just said this angle is obtuse, right?
Yeah.
You can't use the bottom. You need to practice a little bit with that. When you're using a protractor to measure this, make sure one of the protractor is lined up here and the other one is right there. Do you see that? You gotta measure it like that. So try it again. That vertex needs to be at the circle. This line needs to measure up. You want a snack or anything?
No.
Do you see that? Do you see that? You can put it on that a little bit later. Let's pay attention over here. So if it's 130, do you see how this part is also 130 degrees, 30 degrees right here?
Yeah.
Like this piece here is equal to this piece here, right? It looks like it, but we don't know 100%, right?
Yeah.
In between where the blue is, the angle in the blue is 130, because 130 plus 30 plus 30. No, that doesn't look right. That has to be 20 then. Okay. So this is obtuse. QAC. QAC. Did you measure that? Go ahead and measure that right there. QAC. So that to me actually looks like a 90-degree angle, honestly. So it does. Okay, why don't you highlight it so you know which angle you're looking at? So I want you to highlight that angle, QAC, just like how I highlighted right there. Don't give me an attitude because, yeah, don't sigh like I'm asking you so much because quite frankly, there's nothing else I would rather do than sit here and do homework with you and trying to give you information and skills on how you can go ahead and do this. And you're just sighing over it.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. Knock it off with attitude.
Well, I'm not.
Fine, whatever. Let's go.
I don't.
Let's go.
I don't know how it's 90 though.
Line it up right here. That point needs to be right there. This line needs to be lined up with this, right? This part right here. Put your pencil right here. Where is that pointing at?
80.
Fine, 80 it is. So if it's 80, is it acute or is it obtuse?
Okay.
Okay, number 6. Grab another highlighter. This one is RAC. Does that look acute or obtuse?
Obtuse.
Okay, so it's good to go ahead and know that. So now measure it and see what it is.
130.
Okay. Okay, we're almost done. So then number 7 is acute, and an angle for that should look something like this, right?
Yeah.
120 is obtuse, something like that. Yes. This is acute, so it's almost 90 degrees, but not 100%, right there. And this is obtuse, like that.
I think it like that.
No.
But it says 150.
So what?
Oh,
This line is 180. Why is you're over that line?
Okay.
If you put another line over here, that's gonna be over than that.
Okay,
So you
yeah,
cannot be
okay,
like
yeah.
this. You see that?
Okay.
That's a
I
no-no.
get it.
Okay. Okay, that concludes everything. Do you have any questions on the last page that we did? You have all the answers in here? Check, make sure you have all the answers.
I copied down right here for you.
Good, awesome. All right, that concludes everything here. We're gonna go ahead and shut this one down.